All right. Well, I'm Tessa Smith with Mama's Geeky. Thank you both so much for taking the time today.
Hi,
That's
thank
great
you.
to see you.
Oh my God. I love the first movie. And then this movie, I don't know how you guys did it, but my God, it's just as good, which is wild to me. What was it about this story that made you guys think, okay, this is the time to go back to this?
I mean, I feel like we'd always like held a bright candle for Ready or Not. And, we started developing the sequel, and then life kind of took us into other projects and for the writers as well. But this was always that one that was just sort of scratching in the back of our heads. And I think when we finally unlocked this idea that the sequel should be a sister story, it felt like to us, it gave the movie the concept, the juice that it needed to be not only a great sequel, but a movie that also stands really proudly and really strongly on its own 2 feet. That even if you aren't familiar with the first movie, that it's still a really satisfying watch, because those two central characters and the dynamic between them is just so fun and heartbreaking and lovely to watch.
Yeah, no, they're amazing together, obviously. I mean, I'm a sister and then I have two daughters. So any sister story is always going to get me. So I loved that aspect as well. But can you talk about bringing Caitlin in and having her be the sister against Samara? Because they're so good together.
We worked with Kathryn on Abigail and had like such a great time making that movie with her. And that's where we first had the idea that she and Samara should be sisters in something. It was not yet in Ready or Not. And then shortly thereafter, Ready or Not 2 kind of re-entered our lives. And the first idea we had that we wanted to share with the bigger gang of writers and producers was, what if Kathryn is Samara's sister in this movie? What does that do to this movie? And so that was, it's like what Tyler was just saying. That was kind of the thing that like got us emotionally attached to this idea in a way that makes it its own thing. It's very different from the first movie because you have this new central relationship that you're with the whole time.
Yeah, I think it's also pretty brave that you guys pick it up literally where the other one ended, even with that little overlap of her walking out, which I think is one of the best final shots of a movie ever. Can you talk about the decision? Well, and the first shot, right? Exactly. I mean, I feel like you could watch them back to back, and just it's a complete story. So can you talk about like making that decision to pick it up right there?
Yeah, it was one of the very early decisions that was made when we were developing the idea of maybe even potentially doing a sequel. We loved that after everything that Grace has been through, that she doesn't even get a chance to take a breath. That her life, the game is so important and the outcome of the game is so significant that she's immediately thrown into the next, the next meat grinder. And on a sort of energy and like attitude level, we just love the idea of Grace, really carrying all of the wounds and all of the exhaustion and all of the catharsis from the first story directly into this one. It felt like there was just a lot of opportunity in that to us. And the movie, I think, tonally really declares itself as what it is in that stitch. Like, right away, like, oh shit, this movie is going to be doing things that I don't expect it to do. And it's funny and it's scary and it's emotional, and all of that stuff is like, I think, really present in that first like four and a half minute shot.
And we do hope that people watch them back to back. It definitely was made with that in mind.
I can't wait. They're going to be back to back screenings. There need to be. We need to get this going.
We would love to see it happen.
Well, I'll go do it. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. Congratulations. Such a big fan. And I can't wait to see what you guys do next.
Yeah, appreciate it.